Been kind of wanting to talk about this record. The only thing is I can't find out any information on this particular record by Paul Anka. This is a very obscure record. A Lost 45 by Paul Anka. Billboard's Hot 100, December 28, 1963. Let me bring that up for you right now. Let's see. It's on here. Bear with me. I'll find it. It didn't get very high, so here it is at number 92. Number 92 off the RCA Victor record label. Paul Anka, did you have a happy birthday? Classic, classic song. But this is a sophisticated record. You got some fantastic orchestration, and you got that dramatic flourish, which characterized some of Paul Anka's records like Lonely Boy or You Are My Destiny in the late 50s, early 60s. His first record was I Confess, 1957. Paul Anka was 14 years old. His uncle gave him $100, and he used that $100 to record that song. And he auditioned for Don Costa for ABC Paramount Record, and the song that he auditioned was Diana. Now, well, they said that Diana was a song about Paul Anka's babysitter, a crush that he had on his babysitter. But Paul Anka said in an interview a few years ago, I think, that Diana was a girl that he saw in church, but he didn't know her, hardly knew her. So it was just kind of a fantasy deal. Paul Anka, he signed with RCA Victor in 1960. Now, he made a very astute business move. He bought out the rights and the ownership of his ABC Paramount catalog. All those hits he had with ABC Paramount in the late 50s up until about 1960-61. But Paul Anka was iced. He was put on ice by the British invasion. Nonetheless, he had a prolific career. He started moving towards doing more pop standards. He performed at Las Vegas, one of the one of the first pop singers from the sock hop years to perform at Vegas. Paul Anka, he wrote My Way by Frank Sinatra. He wrote She's a Lady, which was a hit record by Tom Jones. You probably know about that. And you probably know that he also wrote a hit by Buddy Holly. It Doesn't Matter Anymore. Remember that? He wrote, that song came out just before, it might have been after Buddy Holly's death in that plane crash in 1959. Paul Anka wrote that. Nice record. Got that great orchestration in there, too. And let's see, what else do I need to mention about Paul Anka? Oh yeah, 1974. By 1974, he hadn't had a hit. He hadn't had a massive hit in years. Over 10, 11 years, he was kind of frustrated. He signed with another record label, United Artists, and boy, he had paid dirt. God, he teamed up with Odea Coates and came out with these lovely records in 1974 and 75. You're Having My Baby, that was one that was overplayed, but there was like one woman man and one man woman, something like that they did. And There's Nothing Stronger Than Our Love. God, you got Paul Anka and you got Odea Coates doing with that soulful voice of hers. They made a lovely combination. I'm trying to think of another song they did together. Actually, I even wrote it down on my notes somewhere, but I can't find it. But here's the deal about this song. Let's go back to 1963. After all, we're in the sock hop years, man. Let's just drive that 1957 Chevy, crank it up, and let's go right back to the sock hop years. Well, late 1963, um, Paul Anka, the record at number 92, Did You Have a Happy Birthday? It peaked at 89. That's it. It was on Billboard's Hot 100 for only about a few weeks, maybe about 3 or 4 weeks. That's it. But it is a sock hop. It's a prom classic, guaranteed. Paul Anka on Billboard's Hot 100, late 1963.